And now, it's time for Socially Awkward Media with Levack Goz. Awkward on 104.5 The Team.
Yes, my friends, you tweet it, you post it. We usually get offended by it and then say it back to you.
It is Socially Awkward Media, your chance to take over the show. Always, no matter, even if it's not Thursday, you can always be a part of the show at 104.5 The Team on Twitter, at Jeff Levack, at Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ. Also, Facebook.com/1045 The Team as well. And we got some emails this week. If you want to find out our emails, they're also on our Twitter. So if 140 characters isn't enough, you want to yell at us even louder and in all caps, you can do it via email as well. Sam wrote in. Sam wrote this to you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm taking my email off my Twitter.
Okay. Sam wrote in, Levack, I just switched jobs from an office full of Yankee fans to a place where no one likes baseball. Listening to Pineda's game on 104.5 The Team all by myself.
All by
Tell Sam to feel better.
Could be worse. You could have a lot of Red Sox fans still. I mean, those are the worst. Red Sox fans, they don't even know what baseball is.
Oh, man. That even goes to Peter's point. Peter wrote in, hey, does it ever bother you when you have to talk to someone who claims to be a sports fan but knows nothing about sports when speaking about sports?
The only time it bothers me is when people play the role of know-it-all. That's why I'll usually tell you up front, there's stuff I know and there's stuff I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to tell you more about how awesome the Rangers 2-0 win over the Canadiens was last night, but I am a total bandwagon fan, and I just know that they won 2-0 and they weren't supposed to win.
I think it bothers more people who are in the medical field. Like, if you're a doctor, if you're a trainer, you have certain methods like, this will work. This will get you healthy. And other people are like, no, this is the way it works. Like, sports is still opinions-based and stuff. But I do love people who have such wild sports theories. And we do this every Friday now. That I actually stare at them and think, why are you the way you are? But I'm fascinated. We have someone in our building who is so complete, like Mike James. Mike James' opinions are so wild compared to yours and mine. But he fascinates me. I want to know why he thinks certain ways, and that's cool.
I think he just says things to make you angry.
I don't think so.
That's what it is.
He's passionate about his opinions, his takes.
Right, because he wants everyone to be as angry as he is. I think that's what it is. I do love sometimes. All right, I'll do it.
Do it.
So sometimes I'll be talking like to my brother, and like I do this for a living. So my brother will tell me I'm wrong on something. I'm like, but I talked to the guy I'm talking about. Like, I asked him, and he said I was right. And my brother's like, no. And I'm like, because I'm your little brother, you think I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't correct you about large engines.
Linda wrote in, I think the Yankees aces don't respect Gary Sanchez yet.
Linda, I agree with you. I think that's true. And it's funny that you say that because I hope it's not true. Like, I hope it's something that there was some miscommunications or something like that. Spring went so well. What happened between the last day of spring and the first day of the regular season between the pitchers and Gary Sanchez?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know if it's that Sanchez was like, hey, we could do whatever we want because at the end of the season, expectations are low. We'll just do whatever. Or maybe Sanchez wasn't really calling that many pitches. Maybe the pitchers were just doing it, and Sanchez was like, oh, I'm the young kid. I'm not telling them what to do. Oh, mine's blown over here. What are you thinking?
What if because he's not hitting, he's trying to control the game more, so he's earning his way? So since Sanchez isn't getting hits, he's more like, no, you're going to throw the fastball because I call a great game. They said so on MLB Tonight.
It's not the craziest.
I've had way worse
yes,
ideas.
You definitely have. So Mara wrote this in on our Facebook page, facebook.com/1045.
Speaking of people who know too much about hockey, her. Really? I almost hired her to do a hockey segment on the show because she's a hot chick who knows hockey.
Yeah? Where's she commenting about hockey?
She everywhere.
All right, okay. She also loves the UFC.
Yeah.
I could take 5 pounds off easy by putting my pinky on the counter while on a scale. I'm not okay with Daniel Cormier holding that towel during the second weigh-in.
She's a very smart woman. I'm not okay with it either. But let's think about the other side of this. If Rumble had knocked him out and it wasn't for the belt, he wouldn't have lost the belt. So even the only reason I'm mad about it now is that he won. If Daniel Cormier didn't win, I would be like, I'm glad that he screwed up and cheated and lost the belt.
I was there in Buffalo for it, and I was rooting so hard for Rumble Johnson.
Yeah.
Actually, it was kind of mixed, though. I thought it was going to be heavy Rumble. It was a little closer to 50-50 than I thought. And I was hoping that Rumble, like he's done with so many other fighters, would come out, first-round knockout, win the championship. You have a knockout artist in Rumble Johnson versus the best on the planet in John Bones Jones this fall.
Yeah.
And he got beat by Cormier again.
And then he retired. I think people are starting to warm up to Cormier for the same reason that I started to warm up to Grayson Allen, which isn't on. Never mind. Grayson's not here.
Okay.
I think the fact that he's owning the fact that he's a jerk and that he doesn't care if you like him makes him likable. Like the fact that he doesn't care. Like, dude, I came here to collect checks and titles. And he literally said that.
I still don't like him. Beat Bones Johnson. Maybe we'll have a different discussion. You're not the best till you beat him.
I'm never going to choose him over whoever he's fighting. But I respect the fact that he doesn't care whether or not I like him.
Dana wrote this in. Isn't Goz a former athlete? After being warm and then cooling down, it's pretty easy to get muscle cramps and tweaks. Come on, guys. Talking about Matt Harvey having to get yanked from the game.
I mean, it's true, though. It is true.
Levack and Dana. This is a professional athlete. He's not glued to the seat. If Matt Harvey, as a pro athlete, feels like he's getting stiff or tight, get up off the bench and run around. Do jumping jacks. Do anything.
You should be the clubhouse attendant. You'd probably save some injuries.
This is the worst injury I've ever heard of. A guy sat on the bench too long and got sore.
So he runs to cover first base. He tweaks his hammy. And then he says, and I don't know if he was joking or if he was dead serious, but he literally says, I think it's because I was sitting down for so long and I cooled off and because we were scoring so many runs.
Tweak the hammy running, I can get, but not sitting.
In Harvey's defense, his whole career, they scored no runs. It's the first time he's ever had to sit on the bench when he's been pitching.
Then we got to the most creative fans this week on social media. Again, at the Jeff Levack and Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ. Michael wrote into you, Levack. Hey, Levack, if your friend ever sells that World Series ring, please let me know. My son was born in 2009. I have a ton of Yankees gear from that year. He's asking for you to give him a World Series ring.
My dude will be buried with that ring, just so we're clear. If I ever find anything else from the 2009 season, we'll talk. But there's no way. I'm pretty sure my buddy thinks the only way he's getting to heaven is if he's, hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, St. Peter, how you doing? Hey, Small, how you doing? Look at this. Look at God. Got a nice ring from 09. Oh, Yankees, come on in.
He holds it like that, too, like on his chest.
Yeah. He just finds weird. He just finds weird ways to position his hand.
His finger sticking out.
He'll scratch his forehead, but his palm is on top of his head so you can see the ring.
At one point I saw him holding a pencil and his finger was just sticking out. I'm like, that's not how you hold a pencil.
Yep.
Not Mike, but Michael wrote this in. I have a legit LeBron James high school jersey, Goz. You got an offer for it? I had said earlier this week on the show that I have every LeBron James jersey of a team he's played for. So the Cavs, the Heat. I think I might have an Olympic one somewhere. That's why when I was younger, I collected them. Right. But I don't have the high school St. Vincent St. Mary. Do I? And he showed me a picture later on.
Wow.
Do I put in an offer? And if so, if you wanted a jersey badly to add to a collection, give me a number, Levack. What should I consider paying for this?
Okay, let's talk about the most I've ever paid for a jersey, and I ultimately regretted it. It was $200.
Ooh.
So $200 would be the most I would spend. But I think usually $50 is about where I live.
Okay, I like that answer. Let's go with 100, Mike. Well, how about 100 and maybe we'll consider?
50.
Well, you said 200. You already put me in.
That's me. I didn't say you.
He probably heard you.
I make more money than you.
What?
Oh.
Wait, who's paid what?
When
did that start? I'm talking to our bosses.
It's just annual increase. You made a joke about how old. Yeah, right. I go first. You made a joke about how many years I've been here. Now you know what happens when you've been here a long time. Maybe you'll get to find out for yourself, jerk.
RK wrote in. RK wrote, made me literally laugh out loud with Levack's Cookie Monster reference to the Kembe Mutombo.
Oh, man, I wish I... He does. He is the Cookie Monster.
We'll find it later on, the Mutombo and Cookie Monster. RK, we might get it back for you, how close Cookie Monster and Mutombo sound alike. I'll move on to this. Coming back from UFC 210, I stopped where you and I hopefully will stop this summer when we visit the Buffalo Bills training camp. I stopped at my garbage plate spot. Dave wrote in, garbage plates were the best back in the day. Matt Verderam from Fansided wrote in, this is why I miss New York. Lou wrote in, catch up, you monster. Are you ready for your first garbage plate, a real one this summer with me?
Are you talking about our old intern, Lou?
Yeah, he was one of those guys who wrote in.
I've had a garbage plate before. I love garbage plates. I'll eat one right now.
The best one. Go check out my Twitter. That's where the real one's at.
Patrick Ewing is a coach. We are Georgetown. I'm so happy for Patrick Ewing. He's my brother. He's my mentor. I would have not made it to the NBA if it was not because of him taking me out of his way. So I think it's going to do well.
Cannot believe the is what it could be. And the last one comes in from Bert. I broke the news to you yesterday that the President of the United States of America in the 90s, Mr. Bill Clinton himself, will be the commencement speaker at my alma mater's graduation in May. That's serious. I didn't make that up.
I love that. I want to go now.
Over under 2.5 college chicks Clinton brings back to the hotel room that night.
If I'm riding shoddy, try 4.
Oh, man.
Dude, don't be mad. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
I don't know what it's looking like there for Bill in Geneva, New York. I don't know if he's up to that standard.
Everybody's got hot chicks. Oh, dude, seriously, have you seen, was it Flowers and Lewinsky? Come on, buddy. If you can't get that out of Geneva, at least 2 of those, and then I will start really picking on Hobart. Every college has got hot chicks, right?
Yes, they do. I thought the best famous person who used to show up to that place was Shooter McGavin from the movie Happy Gilmore. Bill Clinton is going to put it in a whole different stratosphere when he shows up.
Never level.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Is that it?
That's it. That's Socially Awkward Media this week. Remember, always be a part of it. Facebook.com/1045 The Team, at 1045 The Team on Twitter, and then at the Jeff Levack and at Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ. Oh, I forgot one more. Dan did email in. Don't forget the emails. You can always email into the show. Those are available on Twitter. Hey, Goz, you think the Knicks should get a former player as a GM? But wait, who's the worst GM in the NBA right now? Oh, that's right, Vlade Divac. I get it. There's some that haven't worked, but some have worked. There's always going to be examples. Give it a shot. Anything's better than Phil.
You know what? Anything is better than Phil. That's one to grow on.